You are born into a name that is already a headline, not a family name, a brand, a movement, a religion for some people and a target for others. Before you take your first breath, the world has already decided what you represent. Your father isn't just rich, he is the richest person alive, and that distinction will follow you like a second shadow for the rest of your life. You didn't choose any of this, but about 8 billion people already have an opinion about you anyway. Early childhood. Your father has 11 children. You know this the way other kids know their multiplication tables, as a fact recited and memorized, not fully understood. Half-siblings scattered across different mothers, different houses, different lives. Some you've met, some you follow on the internet like everyone else does. You grow up in a house that doesn't feel like a home because it's never fully yours. Your father moves constantly between Texas and California, between a Tesla factory and a SpaceX launch site, between a tweet that breaks the stock market at 3 a.m. and a press conference by noon. He is always somewhere else, even when he is in the same room. Your earliest memories involve cameras, not family cameras, press cameras, long lenses outside school gates, a photographer crouched behind a parked car. You learn to walk with your chin down before you learn to ride a bike. Age 6. Your father announces he is going to put humans on Mars. This is not a dream. This is a schedule. He says it on television with the same calm certainty other fathers use to promise a trip to Disneyland. Your classmates ask you about it at school. You don't know what to say. You weren't in the meeting. You found out the same way they did, watching it on a screen. That is the first time you understand that your father's relationship with the world is bigger than his relationship with you. Age 9. You ask him what Twitter is. He pauses in a way that is hard to read. Then he explains that he bought it, not an account, the whole thing. Hundreds of millions of users, thousands of employees, a cultural institution, purchased the way someone else's father might buy a new car. You nod, you go back to your room, you open the app and search his name. You spend 40 minutes reading things you will never be able to unread. You don't go back downstairs for dinner. Age 11. Your older sister, Xavier, publicly distances herself from the family. She changes her name. She says in an interview that she no longer wants to be associated with her father. The headlines run for weeks. Nobody asks how you feel about watching your sibling disappear from the family in real time, in public, with the whole world watching and commenting and taking sides. You learn something important then. In this family, grief is also a news cycle. Age 13. Your father is the most followed person on the platform he owns. His posts go out to over 190 million followers. Sometimes he posts at 2 a.m. Sometimes the posts are about you. A photo, a casual mention, a moment he thought was shareable. He never asks first. You mention it once. He says he is proud of you. That is not what you asked. But the conversation is already over. Age 14. You find one real escape. It is not the Tesla you're not old enough to drive yet, and it's not the Starlink internet your father's satellites beam down from orbit. It is a group chat, 5 friends who treat you like a person instead of a symbol. They make fun of you the way real friends do, for your shoes, for your opinions, for the sandwich you brought to lunch. It is the most ordinary thing in your life. You protect it fiercely. Age 16. Your father is named head of a government efficiency department. He is on the news every single day. Opinion pieces, protests, supporters, people who want to shake his hand and people who want to burn his factories down. You sit in a classroom and your teacher is talking about current events, and the current event is your father. And 17 sets of eyes slowly drift in your direction and you stare at the desk and you count the seconds until the bell rings. You are not your father. But you cannot prove that in a 50-minute class period. Age 18. You leave for college. You pick somewhere far from Tesla headquarters, far from SpaceX, far from the compound in Texas. You introduce yourself by your first name only. For approximately 3 weeks it works. Then someone Google searches you at a party, and the room shifts. And that distance you traveled, all those miles, collapses into nothing at all. You realize the name travels faster than you do. It always will. Age 22. You try to think about your future. The paths are all pre-labeled before you take a single step. Go into tech, you're riding his coattails, start a company. People invest in the last name, not the idea. Go into public service, it's a vanity project or a political move depending on who's writing about you that week. Pursue something quiet and private. That itself becomes the story. Son of Elon chooses anonymity. Why? What is he hiding? There is no neutral path. Every direction has already been narrated by someone who has never met you. A moment you carry. You are 12 years old, a rocket goes up. Your father is at the launch site. You watch it on a live stream from a different state, on a laptop, in a room by yourself. The rocket lands itself perfectly, the way he always said it would. The crowd erupts. Your father pumps his fist. He is crying. You have never seen him cry. You sit there in the quiet of that room and you feel something complicated. Pride and grief tangled together in a way you don't have words for yet. Proud of what he built, sad that he built it somewhere you weren't. You close the laptop. You don't tell anyone you watched. It felt like something private. It was the only thing that did. Now, you carry the name the way you carry your own face, permanently, involuntarily, in every room you walk into. It precedes you. It follows you. It speaks before you open your mouth and lingers after you leave. People will spend your entire life arguing about your father, what he built, what he broke, whether he saved the future or endangered it, whether he was a visionary or something more dangerous than that. And somewhere inside all of that noise is a person who just wants to be known for something they chose themselves, a thought they had, a thing they made, a life that belongs to them. You are the son of the richest man in the world. You grew up watched, documented, and defined by a name you never earned and cannot return. And every day you live is another day spent trying to figure out who you are when no one is looking, in a life where someone is always looking.